Right, how's it going, everybody? This is Ismortah, and doing which should have been part 2 is actually part 3 of Elemancer's playthrough. Like I said, part of between part 1 and 2 looks like I lost limited content because of a phone call. So I definitely rectified that now. But time-wise, like I said, it's a wash because I sort of wasted a little time setting up creature tokens with something doing during the setup of the game. So time-wise should be a wash. With my narration with the strategy, round 1 take an hour and a half. So I expect round 2 to take an hour and a half, so I'll try to go a little bit faster, but I may go to 2 hours based on talking about strategy and let you know what's going on. But we will go ahead and jump right into it. So let me just check the Twitch audio for this third part, beginning of round 2, right quick. Testing 1, 2, 3. Testing 4, 5, 6. Testing 1, 2, 3. All right, cool. So let's do it. All right, so the rounds again have 2 different phases. You have activate phase and the conflict phase. So conflict being the bulk. So we're doing the activate phase for round 2. So reset available power tokens so that the round number is, so power tokens equals round number plus 2. So by reset means all tokens on the player board you put back into the supply section of power token on the player board. So you're taking the 3 and putting it back and then adding 1. That's round plus 2, so you should have 4. So I'm taking 3, putting it back to the bottom slot, and then adding 1 from the top slot to the bottom slot of the power token section on the player board. So in this round, each player can take up to 4 turns if the game goes that long. Which it may not, but we'll see. Okay, everybody should have 4. 4, 4, 4, 4, 4. All right. Next, draw 2 creature cards and place its card tokens on the player board. If 4th creature card drawn, place on top of creature deck. And so we'll do all of that right now. So, Umbra gets 2 cards. Gets Doom Knight and a Vampire. I'll get everyone's tokens here in a sec. Sealam gets, wow, two different variants of the same creature, of the perfect. One being the Bulwark and the other one being the Annihilator. The Mortis clan, not Necro, that was a typo, which will be fixed before the live testing at Big Bad Con. We got a Necromancer and a Death Guard. You see now the player board's filled up with creatures and tokens and cards and all sorts of mayhem. Alright, Anima gets Serpenti and a Chimera. So you see, you go through only 4 of the 7 possible creature cards. So even if you keep playing the same clan, you won't always get the same creatures, and you may get them at different intervals, if you do. As well as, the battle cards, same thing. You don't know which ones you're going to get, because you won't go through the entire deck in one game. Because battle cards, there's only 8 cards, and if you do a battle card power action each round, the most cards you can get through is 4, because you can get 3 a round, so you only go through half your deck. So you don't know what cards you will get, if you keep playing the same clan. But if you play different clans, you also see different lore. Even if it's the same faction, you can see different stories with the lore cards, and give different flavor when you play as well, with the avatar and the other creatures. Alright, Cryo. Wow. Alright, same deal. 2 different variants of the same creature. Of the Ice Golem, you have the Fade version and the Nimble version. The eyes and the butterfly. And then lastly, for Ignis, we got Archon and a Phoenix. Ooh. Alrighty. So now I just gotta get the creatures for each one. And like I said, this step, and I want to emphasize that I'm showing you for Activate Phase, takes 1/6 of the time, because I'm repeating it 6 times. All the players would do the same action themselves at the same time. And even if you had a player controlling 2, you only do it for 2, not for 6. So this goes very quick, and that's why I merged the cleanup phase and really the power-up phases together to an activate phase. Alright, so here we need Warrior and Annihilator. And see, it still doesn't take long at all. It's like, I just got it. Boom, and boom. Celon needs the Bulwark Annihilator. I accidentally just zoomed right past it. Yep. Okay. And next we need Elemancer and Bulwark. And how I know the names of these and the rules is they're actually all in the reference sheet, which is also something each player will have, which is foldable to the size of a card. Like that big. So you have all the rules at your fingertips. But well, let me further explain. One of the things on that guide, one of the cards, is showing you all the different traits, their symbols, what they're called, and what they do. That way, even though you don't have that creature trait, when you see them on the game board, you know what they are. Alright, next we need Banisher. Oh, here comes the Banisher. Someone got a Banisher. Banisher and a Bulwark. A lot of Bulwarks in play. Okay. And so you see, when you just have 2 stacks, you can find them very quickly. So, no real reason to separate all of them. Just have them in a stack and quickly tutor in. Next we need Fade and Nimble. Okay. And lastly, Eternal and Nimble. I was expecting the Phoenix to have the Eternal, which it does. It just, another clan has the Eternal. So like, the Phoenix, when it's on Ignis, has Nimble. Moving like fire. But the Phoenix in, actually no, it was Selim, it's Eternal. Celestial ability to come back to life. Okay. And that's why you would probably notice, I'll show you the picture in a second. The creatures also embody in the picture the different elements for all of them. Any elements that could make up that creature is embodied. Like in the fire elemental, you see it having a hardened body like a bulwark and making a face and eyes that can hide. You see, like with the flame wave. And same thing with the Phoenix, we'll just show you. It actually, you'll see the energy of celestial magic as well as flame magic. All right, so I got all of them. I just want to show you the picture right quick. So here you can see the Phoenix, and its body is glowing in celestial pink energy. And rising from the flames. Okay. Get to the next step and get into the nitty-gritty of the escalations about to happen in the game, especially in turn 2 of this round. Alright, obtain 1 battle card from the top of their deck. So everybody gets 1 battle card. Man, poor Gorak really got fucked over having to heal. He missed out on 2 battle cards. I just didn't want to take the chance of him dying, but it's really the lesser of abilities you can do as far as getting most bang for your buck out of a power action, but you know, gotta do what you gotta do. But even if you don't get any power, any battle cards as actions during the game, you'll still at default always get 2, because you get 1 at the beginning of each round. So. Plus, you also don't know which ones you're going to get. And lastly, roll to determine first player each round. We're just going to go the same order. All right, let's do it. Let me spit this gum out, grab my water, do it. So before I get started, I do want to say again, like, what the purpose of this is. not only for you guys to watch, you can see the game in a nutshell, but to explain how the game works and how it goes, opposed to watching people play and, you know, not necessarily knowing their train of thought of the strategy or why you do what you do. Another reason is for me to test the game length, how long the game takes to play at different stages. And another reason is to get, like, the purpose of typically like a beta build in software, like for a video game, is to find those bugs for that polished feedback, whether it's art, little defects, or gameplay, small things that be tweaked, to polish the game before the Kickstarter build, which will be the build that's locked. And that's the build that you will see on Kickstarter, and that's the build that was going to go to the to production, to the manufacturer for mass production. So, and that will be, and then the master build, the gold master, is what I get from mass production, which will look a little bit different than whatever I can produce as prototypes physically here, because it's made a little differently. So you'll see, you know, obviously it'll have the bugs sorted out, but also it'll be printed a little bit differently and to a higher quality, because it's made by people that do it for a living and have the machine equipments to ensure quality. And also, like, you're just using some different materials. Like, you won't be using coins with cardboard affixed to it. It'll actually be cardboard pieces. The cards will be made with a thicker thickness to them. The board quality will be a little bit different, so on and so forth. So that's the purpose of this nutshell. The fact that explain to you guys how this game works, gaining polished feedback, and testing game length to make sure it's magnifique. Alright, let's do it. Alright, so everybody's going to get 4 turns, but shit's going to hit the fan. We'll see what happens. And the shit's going to hit the fan when my second favorite dude to Ismortah, Ismo, my girl comes out of her confinement. Alright, let's do it. So we have Ismo. Ismo has 4 actions. He actually has a lot of the board controlled. He only has 1 power token left to put on the board, so he could spawn a lot of different places. As you can see right now, looking at his player board, he could summon 3/3 or 2, or right now it's 0 for the Wraith, because they're still in play. But you can see how you can resummon creatures that have died as well. And like I said before, why it's advantageous to not kill all of a certain type of creature, unless it's a threat. That way you make the player, when they do a power action and summon, you make them get less bang for their buck. Because maybe you're only summoning 1 creature instead of 3, for example. Just like forcing Gorak to heal as opposed to getting battle cards, healing is not as valuable as having these powerful action battle cards you can play in battle. But you also can't complete sagas if your hero is not alive. So that was the problem there. Alright, so Ismo's trying to get to Felinar, which looks like the jungle, so that's right here. So he will complete it, and you get to see some cool shit. So before I move, I have to do a power action. Let me see the board state. I definitely want to get offensive to stop my opponent from getting shit. So I want to play the most powerful thing offensively. So I'm going to go the Annihilator. Go the Doom Knight. Doom Knight's pretty cool. I'll show you that creature up close. Here's the Doom Knight. And see, it has the ability of Annihilator, which you see a skull being, like, blown apart. I sort of think about Terminator 2, that same with Sarah Connor holding the fence and the nuke just disintegrating her face and everything. That's the idea there. And what that does is actually you can add 1 to your dice roll. So have better quality dice rolls. All right, so we want to be on the offensive at the same time get Ismo where he's got to go. So, it looks like the best place to, well, what is it I want to do? Think here. I think I want to assault. I mean, I'm gonna have a hell of a time trying to assault Citronedusa, though. I mean, he can't defend himself. Well, I mean, he's got, man, he's got good creatures with him. Fuck, I really want to assault something. I think what I'll do is I'll spawn here. Spend to put it out. Put the power token on top of the creature card. And in case you didn't know, the reason why I put power tokens on top of stuff on the player board is to show that you can't do that action again. You can only do actions on your player board that don't have power tokens on them for that round. So I can't summon Doom Knights again for us to game, actually. All right, so we're summoned here, and now we can move. So I'm gonna do Ismo's move last because I want to properly illustrate that when you move somewhere, you instantly do whatever triggers. So once you move to a place that you can complete the saga, it's done immediately. Everything stops, you do that immediately. That way, one, so you don't forget, and two, because it doesn't matter, it's something that automatically triggers when you go there. Alright, so we got 4 guys here, and the Nimble's a good one too. So can't do anything about those guys. I could get rid of these fucking butterflies here and take that area. May do that. So how about this? We're going to move Ismo. Where's he going? Move Ismo here. And move 2 butterflies here because they can react to a battle, remember. And then I move 1 butterfly and 2 of these. Actually, I want to fully protect. Let's go 4. I'm going straight fuck. Does anyone else trying to go there right now? No. And I'll keep this dude here. Okay. Alright, so before I battle, let's finish what happens immediately after I moved. So I moved Ismo to Felinar, so I complete that. So now I advance to stage 4, my lower deck, which triggers a global event. So I complete Felinar. So the last one I complete, this goes to the bottom. And I will read it to you. Born from the Genesis, Bronzu arrives. Born from the genesis of elemental magic at the Hollow of Fate, a massive dragon emerged, harnessing the lesser elements of both light and dark. As the magical barrier around the crater eroded away, it seems the dragon had absorbed energy from the Nexus to break free. The Dragon of Balance, Bronzu now seen traveling towards beacons of immense elemental power. So the first clan to complete and to get to stage 4 unlocks the Bronzu Arrives event. Everyone else, when they get to event 4, will immediately skip to event 5. And so now, during my next turn for Ismo, he'll be able to use his legendary weapon and unlock it. It's just the only time you read it and present it to everybody, because it's an event that happens, it's not talking about the past, is the first player. And now it happens. So the shield goes away, and this goes away, and Bronzu set free. So what does that mean? That means now, at the end of every one of the player's turns, Bronzu also gets a turn. So you can see, now it's starting to get crazy. As well as Ismo is about to get his legendary weapon that we can use during his next turn. Which, well, I won't spoil the fun. You'll see what it is. Alright, so are we going to do a battle? I believe so. We're going to battle 2 places. I want to annihilate this here with Ismo and annihilate this one to get rid of options. So, we'll do, Nemra first. So it's 2v2. Two hits versus no hits. Wow, that was a terrible, terrible exchange. Let me see if Ismo's got anything he can play. I mean, I do technically have... Well, it's not Annihilator. Never mind. Oh, I do have Essence Switch, which I could do. So I'll show you that one. As well as I can increase one of my die rolls by 1, but it's not going to matter because they're so low. But what I will do is Essence Switch, battle card. Purple shadow magic seeps from your wounds into the enemy's body as you see your body heal while inflicting similar harm. So what it allows me to do is exchange dice rolls. So I'll take the 6 and give the enemy the 1. So now it's one hit versus 1 hit. It's like I stole someone else, another creature's life force to heal. So that was fun. This goes to the bottom of the battle card deck. Never to be seen again. But that was good. That way I got some sort of benefit out of this. So out of these hits, the one that's the worst one I would say is take out the Annihilator and then take out one of the Nimbles. And that's it for that combat. Now we got one more combat where Ismo's at. So it's 3 purples against 1 yellow. But the yellow is eternal, meaning if I don't have a way to banish it, it'll come back to life. But I could always have Snahavium or someone else that has banishers come in and wipe it out. Which, do they? Yeah, Anima now has a banisher, so. Alright, so. Oh, the thing is, does the dark faction have a banisher? Yeah. What's my face? Cryo does. Alright, so 3v1. So we got a 6, a 1, and a 1. I'm sorry, I think Annihilator increases it by 2, not by 1. Let's double check. No, it's only by 1. Okay. So, raising something by 1 is going to help me in this situation. So it's 1 hit versus 1 hit. I could do the Fate ability, but the fact that Snahavium's right next to me, she gives her stuff Banisher, so that'd be really bad. So don't want to do Fade. Just looks like the exchange is going to be 1 for 1. But being Eternal is going to flip face up to survive, like a lichen. And then he's going to take out this Annihilator. And that's it for combat. Alright, so next up is Ceylon. Snahavium's trying to get to the damn cavern, which is here. And the reason why I don't have the name to you have to know is because all you have to look at is the saga card. So you're just matching you're just looking for the image. Really the name is just for flavor text. So you see, you're just like, oh, okay, I'm just looking for that location. Flavor for what you're doing and flavor for what it is. It's flavorful. All right. But she is really far away. It'll take her 2 turns to get there, unfortunately. So what you gonna do? She definitely needs dudes to back her up. She's already got some good battle cards. She probably wants to be she's going into the dark faction has all the pressure pretty much over here, so she's trying to raise, but she's gonna be also surrender. I think she's gonna be defensive. So we're gonna summon the perfect that has a bulwark. She'll summon 3 here because you can have max 4. Then she's trying to move to here to see where advantageous she can go. Time being. She also needed to secure more power tokens because, you know, at the end of the round, whoever has the most wins the game. That's the other win condition. Whatever faction or Bronzu has the most power tokens will then win the... Oh shit, I forgot to do Bronzu's action. Let me do that right quick before I do anything else here. So stop. Gotta do Bronzu. So roll the dice. It's a 2. 2 means move to farthest power token and remove it and heal 1 hit point. So because she's in the center, she has multiple targets, and the active player gets to choose in a tie what to choose, what valid target. So she is going to pick. I mean, she. Let's go blow up this guy over here. Boom. So this power token now is gone for the rest of the game. Why? Because it goes to Bronzu. She eats it. It's hers. And her total is what's on her card. Alright, so she moves there. And now I'll continue. So I'm going to move her... I'll go here, actually. Yeah, I'll go there. And then I'll move here. I wonder if they're gonna live. That may be a bad move. I'll just go here. And I'll move here. Like so. Cool. Alright, so that's her. Next up is Mortis, trying to get to the foggy looking area, which is just in range. So she has a lot of good battle cards. She's going to, oh, I almost did it again. Dragon. Go dragon. 6. Active player moves Bronzy to any location. But it's just a move. There's no additional actions. You just move it somewhere. Which means you can set up, because one of the actions Bronzy can do is attack the closest avatar, or destroy the farthest power token. So just the odds where you think that you're going to be able to attack or blow up a power token. So Bronzy is going to fly over to... Actually, no, I think she'll stay there, because it's either she'll attack Klingeth or destroy Klingeth's token. That's actually a great place, right there. She'll stay. Alright, so Mortis is going to do some necromancers. I mean, you know, you gotta do some necromancy while you can, right? Get your necro on. We want to try to kill the weakest link, so we're going to try to kill Gorak. So we're going to summon here and just keep assaulting him since he's the weaker. He took 1 point of hit. Because all you have to do to stop someone from winning the game by resurrecting their primal god is by stopping one avatar. So you don't need to hit everybody. That does nothing. You just need to stop one of the avatars from doing what they have to do. So since this is the weakest one, we're going to assault there. Alright, so now we're going to move. So since we want to assault, we want to bring in all of these guys. Leave this one here. And then we're going to move Apocalypsid. Where's she going? To the damn cavern. Going to move here. There's already 2 things here, so she can only move 1. So we're going to keep it defensive. And this one, let's move it somewhere that actually be worth a damn. Or to trigger another attack that we've already done. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to trigger attack here. Because everyone at the same location fights. So if you always leave a hole for a creature to go to, you can keep initiating another battle and another battle and another battle even before it's your turn again by coordinating with your team. It is a team game. Alright, let's do it. So the moves is we move to Klingeth, we move to Gorak, and we move to take this. We'll do this one first. So this one is a pink, purple, and green. And green has a shit ton of cards you can play too. Let's check right quick, because some of these have special timing. Vile Toxin, Fear, Putrid Infection, Falchion of Blight. I definitely want to save these for fighting Gorak. So we're going to see what happens. And Gorak does have 1, but he can only use it if there's Elements or an Avatar, of which there's no Elements or Avatar. Is only when you fight him. Here, what does she got? Actually, she does have a bunch of shit. She's got anything timing weird. Ooh, she actually has pretty good. She actually has some good shit. I don't think she's gonna waste anything major here. It doesn't involve her, but we'll see what the results are. Oh, fuck! 2 misses and then a hit from. I mean, it depends. It's good and fucked depending on which side you are, right? Wow. Okay, so right now it's 1 hit on the Dark Faction. On 2. So, nope. Got nothing I can do. Unless she's got something. Let's see here. Nope. I don't have Elementers or Warriors there. And Fear is such a good card. Sorry, I'm just reading. I'm reading Fear. I must read it to you. I'll show it to you since I'm thinking about it. You can see why I'm thinking. Because Fear is a card you can play, but it really depends on the situation. Flip enemy creature face up. Cannot target an avatar, dragon, or embodiment. Creature turned face down at end of battle if not affected by a flip trait or defeated. So the meaning is you can put fear on somebody to then take advantage of them doing like a banishment or something of that effect. So kind of situational, so we're not going to do that. So we just take one hit. If I had to do it, I would say do it on the butterfly. And so that's it for that combat. All right, next up is oops, I think I accidentally moved to the wrong loop. No, that was right. Was that the one? What was it? Yeah, I moved her to the wrong location. She's moving here to complete it. So now she's on also step 4, which I don't read since I've already read it. And then lastly, we're going to battle Gorak. So it's 3 against 2. As far as battle dice. Alright, so wow, I got 3 hits and no hits. Oh wow. This is going to be devastating. Gorak has the ability to decrease enemy die roll by 2. So he's going to do that to 1. But then the Elemencers you can reroll, and he can reroll 3 times. So, miss. That's a hit. So negates. Alright, so Gorak has no more battle cards, 1 defender, and there's 3 hits. So that would be it. So you get 1 hit to this guy, which is eternal, so this turned face up, and then 2 hits to Gorak, so he dies. Now you can bring him back, but the only way to bring him back is by using the heal ability, of which you just come back with 1 hit point. So what's more important is you can't use Gorak. You have to bring him back. And now if he gets hit 1 more time, like that's game. It's almost like now, you know, it's like because you only come back with 1 hit point. And if you don't have all of the avatars with their creature, with their weapons, you can't win the game that way. I mean, you could still win the game by having more power tokens, but it sort of eliminates that way of winning. So he's currently down. And because the creature is face up and it's eternal, this goes away as well. Alright, so now it's poor Gorak's turn. Now, he doesn't have to come back right away. Like, you could get battle cards and shit and then bring him back later, just to waste and turn stays down and play. So it's like you could buff up creatures and stuff first and just have them come to a horde of shit, for example. Since there's hardly any yellow in play at all that I can find. If anywhere? There's 2 in play somewhere. Oh, it's these 2 right here. Nope. I think it's... Wait a minute. Yeah, 1 and 2. Okay. So it's now Gorak's turn. I mean, it's Anima's turn, which means everything that's eternal comes back to life. So this token comes back, but this was removed because he died, but it will come back there, and this comes back there. Man, Anima is not looking good. So definitely there needs to be defense, more support team-wise to defend Gorak so he can do what he has to do. Like always be tripled up. That way statistically you can't take him out unless you keep reinforcing. So it's still possible for the light faction to do what they have to do. There has to be a priority on defending Gorak, keeping him alive. Which you can as long as you have creatures, because creatures have to die before you target an avatar. But before we do his turn, we do the Bronze's turn again. Rolled a 4, which I believe is a move. That's a move. So go there. Alright, so for Gorak, we're going to get dudes out first. If he comes back with 1 hit point and there's no dudes to protect, it's going to be bad. But he could also move 2 dudes, and he's got 2 Eternals also. So I'm trying to think what to do. I mean, the only place he could spawn is at home. And he could, and I was going to say he could move here, but there's 4 creatures there. And that's because she's protecting herself. If he moves to one of these, he could then have these retreat, and that way he'll have 3 creatures protecting. He could do that. Plus, this has nimble, so it can help emergency reinforce. Fuck. Let's do that. Because see, if he can get to his next ability, if he can complete this last one, then he can, oh man, Dead Hills? Wait, he has to get to Dead Hills? That's right here. Oh man. Fuck, he has to get alive, and then he has to move twice? Fuck, man. That's gonna be tough. But yeah, he can move here. So we're gonna bring him back. Bring him back. He can do this. He can do this. Bring him back with 1 hit point. It would just be great if he also had battle cards. He just needs shit, man. Wasting 2 power actions on healing. That's a, ugh. Fuck. Alright, so he healed. And then we're going to consolidate with other shit. So we're going to move here. 1, 2. 1, 2, 3. And boom. Unless there's a better place I can go with multiple guys, but it doesn't look like it. It's probably the best he can do. And so he's just going to sit there because he only has to move 3. Wait, he's going to Dead Hills. Yeah, he has to move here. So it's still going to take another turn anyway, so he's going to sit there. Alright. So now it's Dragon turn. The 6, which is a move. Alright, now it's Cryo. Cryo is going to not cry, but Cryo. She needs to go to the swamp, which she is in range. And definitely want to keep pressure on Gorak, since that's advantage because he's vulnerable. So we're going to bring in, oh fuck, there's only 1 Elemancer there. I just want to bring in offensive dudes if possible. To help chisel away, keep pressure. But I have some good battle cards too. So that's why I kind of want to bring her also. But I need to go to the swamp. If I do nimble, I can attack multiple places. We'll do that. We'll do the ice golem nimble. Which will summon here. And then we're going to move. And then we're going to move. And I'll explain why I'm doing this. The reason why I'm moving here is because this way the ice golems here can help defend here because they can react, and then they can react and help attack here. But by having them back here, it'll be hard to kill them, and it leaves me room that if I want to then bring in Ismo during his turn, he now has room to bring in shit and attack because I'm only taking up one space. That's the idea. Because you can only react to a battle if I can't do this, because you can't initiate a battle. There has to at least be one there to initiate, and then you can react and join the battle. Okay, so first things first, let's complete these saga. So she's on step 4. So all of the dark faction now has all of their legendary weapons. This game may actually end next turn. It's possible. The light faction is 1 short. Saturni's going to get his, but 2 clans are 1 short. So they have to kill one of the avatars. Otherwise, during their next turn, with all their weapons, without even having to use them, they can just rush to the Hollow of Fate and win the game, which could happen. We'll see. It could happen. But how I have this game engineered is it's impossible to end the game without being in round 2. But can the game end anywhere in round 2? Yeah. If you get super lucky with placement, you can have your weapon available round 1. I mean, turn 1 or round 2. It's entirely possible. Because there's 4 turns possible in round 2. And this could end in turn 2. So, and all they have to do is just, they need to stop an avatar. Which may be tough, because even if they kill an avatar, that avatar could spend their turn to heal once to then rush in. So it's like, you gotta do something. Alright, here we go. So, we've already moved, we've already used a power action. Next is any potential battles. I could battle here. Actually, no, that's my team shit. So I have 3 things there. I was going to try to battle Gorak. And I could also battle here as well. Might as well just to get rid of options for movement. So, actually, yeah. Oh, yeah, no. I don't know why I removed this. This, like I said, you can only lose starting locations by Bronzu. So, even though this is taken, it still stays there. That was assaulting Gorak anyway. But that does show you actually another possibility that you should assault. Oh man. Oh man. I just realized something. You know what I just realized? Bronzu just destroyed this starting location, meaning there's no permanent starting location now to bring back for Ignis. So if you take the last power token of Ignis, they're eliminated from the game. So really the move would be, fuck Gorak, go here, take it out. Well, I mean, I want to stop Gorak to stop them from getting legendary weapons. But what I mean is, like, if you take this out, you eliminate this player from respawning. So then if you killed Citroni Dusa, he couldn't come back into play because there's nowhere to spawn, is what I mean. But Gorak's a good target because he's already healed, so he can't spawn again anyway. But just showing some other tactics with how you can try to secure victory. Alright, so we're going to attack the butterfly first. So that's 3 versus 1. I said this could end fast in round 2, and it's possible. Like round 2, I mean, this round may end pretty soon. So we got 2 hits versus 1 hit. At this point, Selim really needs to play cards just to eliminate shit to help protect Gorak. Unfortunately, everything really needs a creature that's not there, unfortunately. Yeah, they're just better. Yeah, no. Unfortunately, no. But does take out something unless she's got something. Actually, yeah. Icy Barrier. Prevent 1 battle damage. May play after damage received. So that cancels the damage on the blue. So it's 2 damage to the poor butterfly, which dies, and then the power token goes away too. So I have to say, it was neck and neck, but man, round 2 is putting a hurting to the light faction. Alright, so now we go for the coup de grace. We're going to react to the battle and bring in 2 butterflies, so it's 3v3 for dice. As well as... Oh man, Gorak's got no battle cards. But what's cool though is a clan can use their battle cards in any battle that they're in. So the fact that Selim has 1 creature, you could do any battle cards that pertain to that battle because they have a creature in that battle. So that's what's good for Gorak. Plus they have an Elemancer, which is really good. Alright, so Dark Faction has 1 hit, that scored 1 hit, and Light Faction got 2 hits. Alright, the comeback. And then Gorak has no cards, but he got a reroll, offensive reroll. That was a dud, but Selim does have some cards, and there is an Elemancer in play. But what's important to note is, for the battle cards, it says if you, not if your clan. So let me talk about show example what I'm referring to. Like Celestial Bow. It says if you have a warrior avatar in battle. It didn't say your clan. I mean, it doesn't say your faction. It says you, as though your creatures. So you can play your battle cards, but they still pertain to your criteria. So like if Selim had a warrior in battle, she could play this. But if she's in a battle with the warrior and she doesn't have one, she can't play this because it's not her warrior. Okay, it's like your warrior is using that element, right? Thematically. So can't do any warrior avatar ones. But can do Aurora Field, prevent 1 hit, which Selim's going to do. A swirling wall of pink energy surrounds the creature, protecting it from harm. If you have an avatar in battle... Oh, but she doesn't have an avatar in battle. No, she can't do that. Fuck, I just described this exact situation, the criteria. I just don't want to lose any creatures there because it's could be gang up. Yeah, see, all these it doesn't pertain enough, unfortunately. All right, so 1 hit, but against 2 hits. So we'll take out two of these butterflies, and then one of these creatures. Definitely, I would gun for the Elemancer. But that was pretty good defense. It could have been better, but it was good. Still kicking. Gorak still kicking. Alright, so that's it for Cryo. So that's Dragon's turn. It's a 2, which I believe is move the farthest power token, remove it, and heal. So the farthest one would be here, so Cryo now permanently lost their starting location. And now Bronzu controls 2. So if you just look at the board space, whatever faction or Bronzu has the most is who's going to win the game. And Bronzu already permanently has 2. Whereas the other factions, it can still change on the whim how many they have. So it's like, you know, he's gobbling away. Alright, so Ignis. Trying to get to Crystal. Beep, 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 which is right here next to Mr. Dragon. And another thing to note is, if Bronzu dies, then she then loses all of her tokens, all of her power tokens. So if you're afraid about Bronzu winning the game, you can always gang up to kill her if she has too many that no faction can win. But she is tough to beat, but you can definitely assault her. And she heals whenever she eats. So like if you do a coordinated assault, you can take her out. But anyway, he's going to definitely summon dudes to help reinforce and do stuff. So I think the best, again, would be the Nimbles. That way they can assist. And it's also dangerous because he needs to make sure he has power tokens so he can summon stuff in the future. So he's summoned there. He definitely needs to get some more places. Now, what he could do is move here to put another power token back, because as long as you have power tokens in your upper supply, these are the only ones he could put into play. That just means that it's one less possible place he could take on the rest of the Snowflake. But this would really be the best, because other places can't take locations from your starting location. So technically that'd be a good move. Probably the best move for grabbing another location. So we're going to do that. We're going to move we'll keep a Nimble there to assault anywhere. So we'll move this guy here to take back. And then we'll move 2 of these. We'll keep 1 there. We'll move 1 here. That way there's 4 creatures. And then this other one, I think is anywhere be advantageous. Well, it could go here and grab another one. Boom. There we go. Plus, they can react to battles. So just any battles, any places, these Nimbles can react everywhere. And these come back also. So, okay, let's see, we're going to do any battles. Or moves. Will you finish all of our moves? No. We're also going to move here. But not attack. So, satisfies this. So Saturnusa is the first one in Light Faction to complete his last Saga Guard. Alright, so now we're going to do some battles, if I recall. We're going to battle here try to take it. Get rid of this one. Or are we gonna assault? Nah. I wonder if I want to attack that dragon though. God, it is tempting. And if anyone's gonna do it, it's him, because like he can do so much damage to the dragon. Fuck, man. You know what? I kind of want to. This way you can see the dragon. Yeah, let's do it. It'll be fun. All right, so bring in 4, and we'll double up to defend. Yep. All right, so checking where all the pieces are. Cool. So let's attack that dragon. Get that dragon. So Bronzu, sorry about that, has 3 hit. Has actually, let me check how many hit points she has. 6 hit points, and you have to hit on a 7 or 8 to get a hit in. So it is a difficult target. But if you kill her, you then release all of the elements. So, all right. So Bronzu has attacks with 3 dice, and then Ignis attacks with 3, as well as has the ability to reduce damage. But fortunately, since the dragon ability only prevents rerolls, so as long as I don't do any abilities that have reroll in the description, I can play them. And I got a bunch of battle cards too, so I can add a shit ton of hits. So, and he's honestly the best avatar in the game to assault, because he's all offense. Cool. Let's do it. Let me see if anything timing wise I have to do. Oh yeah, man, this could be Rockstar. All right, so it's Bronzu versus Citroni Drusa, and 3 fire elementals. Get your fire on. All right, what we've got here. So Bronzu right now has 2 hits, and even though I have a 5, it doesn't count as a hit because it has to be a 7 or 8 to hit the dragon, because her defense is a 6. So right now I got 1 hit, but I can reduce her die by 2, so I can knock this 6 down to a 4, so she only gets 1 hit on me. And then I have my avatar's ability, which is shared, that they all get Annihilator, so I can add +1 3 times. So I can add this 5, I can up it twice to a 7, so that's 2 hits on Bronzu. And then let's see what else we can do. Rebirth Flame. I can prevent 1 hit to one of my creatures in battle. I'll do that, so I'll cancel out this damage that the dragon was going to do. Boom. And then, let's see what else we got. I have the ability to increase one of my die rolls by 2, but that's not going to matter at this point, because I need a 7 or 8 to hit, unfortunately. I have an Inferno that I said I can add 2 hits to the enemy, but then I just realized when you account for anything in this game, it has to be physically visible. What I mean by that is you can't have numbers you're imagining in your head. So like when you modify dice, you can only modify to numbers that you can physically do. Like you can't have 9s or 10s, you can't have 0s. And this says I can add 2 hits to the enemy. I'm just noticing a card I need to add more rules text to on the card. Because if that's the case, I can't actually add, I can't add 2 hits, because I don't have 2 dice. I don't have 4 dice, I only have 3. So I would actually only add 1 hit. And I think that'd be a waste of a card to use right now and only add 1 hit. So I'm going to make a note about the rules on that. Okay, so I'm not going to do that. But the good news is I took no damage and dealt 2 damage to the dragon. So that's good. So she went from 6 hit points to 4. And he found his legendary weapon. And took no damage. So it was a good battle. Alright, so I actually read the rules wrong. For the lore deck, the first person to get to 4 shows it and reveals it. Otherwise, then you immediately, if you get to 4, you automatically advance to 5. You just can't, you just can't use it until your next turn. So all of them right now are revealed to 5. It's just you don't collect the materials to use it till your next turn. So 5, 5, 5, and 5. The problem is right now is the Dark Faction could win the game, if I'm reading this correctly. See here. The Dark Faction has all of their legendary weapons. So, yeah. But tell you what, I'll get out the legendary weapons, and I'll show you what all of them are for the Dark Faction. But see, what's going to happen now is the Dark Faction can then just move here and just win the game just by moving there. So the game will be ending the beginning of, well, it's actually not true. That's not true. All 3 have to move there, and there's enough time that the Light Faction could still take out one of the avatars, potentially. That's possible. But the problem is you take out one of the avatars, they can use their turn to heal and then move. So it's like there's no way to stop right now them from winning the game. It looks like it. Alright, so the Heart of Darkness is Umbra. Heart of Darkness, embodiment of Leximog, is the ability you get. Replace your current avatar standee, creature card, and hit die with Leximog standee, creature card, and hit die from the supply. You now use Leximog's 3d8 when in battle, which does not count towards max battle dice. Leximog stats, move 3, def 6, 3 hit points, 3d8, avatar. So what that means is Ismortah gets transformed into Leximog. And gets 3 hit points, but now is Leximog. So basically, it's like fighting with a dragon, but he's got only 3 hit points instead of 6, but you need a 7 or 8 to hit him. And he attacks with his own 3 dice. That's independent. Man, I'm thinking Inferno should... No. I don't know. trying to think if Inferno should have. I don't know. The fact that so like this game is not meant to be a memory game. Everything you do, you have a physical representation for. So if you do a hit, you need to see a token or icon showing that hit. So yeah, I'll keep the ruling as it is. I intended. All right, so now he's Leximog. So what he wants to do to ensure victory is one, he has to move to the Hall of Fate because all three have to move there to win the game. So he has to move there. But while he's there, he could try to kill Snahavian, which we'll do. But he can't. But see, it's really dangerous, because if you move in with Leximog, you can only have one. I can only move in with one other creature because you can only have 4 creatures per faction, and I need to have space for the other 2 avatars, right? So I can only move in one more. So it kind of puts him at risk. But I'll show combat because he can roll. He can roll 3 times. He's hard to hit. We'll do it. So I'll just move in with just 1. Actually, you know what? I don't have to move in any because these can react to the battle. And they have to be targeted first. Yeah, so we'll totally just do that. But for action, what we'll do is... this is funny. That's actually perfect. I'll actually just summon another Nimble just for 1 guy. Or no, fuck that. I'll go for quality, fuck that. We'll go for battle cards. Because that's all stuff that he can use because he counts as the avatar. Cool. Alright. So, it's 3v3, this battle. And let's look at my cards right quick. And she's got a shit ton of cards too. And Ismo's got a shit ton of cards. It's gonna be a battle. Alright. So this definitely this could turn into a game of Magic the Gathering because we got a shit ton of cards that's gonna be played. Most likely. Alright. So I think I will also assault Gorak just because to keep pressure on him. I'm gonna do that anyway. I don't give a fuck. I'll move in here. That way I can initiate a battle here and those guys can move in and I can assault them too. So I'll do Gorak's battle first. Which is cool because that means... Well, I don't think I'll bring in those because he'll probably target those so I can't target him. Alright, so... We'll come into the battle. So it's 2v3. So we got a blue, a purple, 3 yellows. Going after little Gorak, mighty Gorak. 3 versus 2. Okay, so light faction got 1 hit, and dark faction got 2 hits. Gorak has no cards. Oh, but, oh shit, am I gonna use that on that? No. Alright, so it's 1 hit versus 2 hits. So it's gonna be, boom, this goes face up, and then boom. So that's that battle. And then we go for the coup de grace, Leximog versus Snahavian. So we got 3 dice, and then these 2 are going to join the battle, so that's 2 more dice. That's 5 dice. And then against 3. So see, once you get a legendary weapon, you got a lot of power. A lot of power. everybody's battle cards are active, so do them after, if I believe. Make sure. Yep. Okay, so miss, miss, 1 hit, miss, miss, 3 hits. So right now it's 3 hits versus 1 hit. And this is when the cards start flying. So because I turned into Leximog, I lost my ability of my avatar. I wonder if I want to rule it that way, though. I'll keep it as this for now. Yeah, sure. So, no bonuses. She can reduce something by -1. So we'll take the 6 to a 5. And then she's going, and then Leximog is going to, what's she going to do? She's going to play Enveloping Shadow, decrease an enemy die roll by 2, so the 6 now becomes a 4. So that's a miss. Then she is going to increase one of her die rolls by 2, so now it's a hit again. But in response, he's going to play Doubt, which cancels the enemy battle card, cancels the effect, returns it to her hand, and she can't play it for the rest of the battle. So he wastes Doubt to prevent that, so this goes back down to a 4. Then she's going to play Divine Mail, decrease the enemy die roll by 2. So now this 5 becomes a 3. So now this is a miss. Then he's going to play Corrupting Mist, increase one of your die rolls by 2. So this 3 then becomes a 5. Then she's going to play Aurora Field, prevent a hit on one of your creatures in battle. So it'll prevent one of these 8s. So it looks like it's going to be 2 hits coming in. Honestly, game-wise now, I think I may change Bronzia's hits to be 3 instead of 6. That way she's just as strong as the embodiments, and also possible to kill if people want to do that. Like, her being possible to kill isn't necessarily a problem. She's just like a fucking nuisance. That if you're not paying attention can win the game with power tokens. The reason why I have the dice is you can modify the game. So you can modify the game that I'm gonna have additional rolls that sort of make the game easier or harder. That you can increase the hit points or decrease the hit points even for the normal creatures, or you can add more battle dice in the battle. So, but that's all like additional rolls that would be in the rule book, which I'm still trying to figure out what I'm going to allow and not allow. This idea, other ways you can play the game to make it easier or harder. Okay, so that's it for that battle. So now the end result is 2 hits on these guys. So we'll take out these 2. So she still didn't take any damage, but less people there. These 2 go back. because I also want the game to end and not go on forever. So just want it to be fun as a climax. Okay, so that was longer turn than expected, but that was some major battles. So now it's Selim's turn. She needs to go to the damn cavern. She needs to go to that damn cavern. You know what? That damn cavern. So she's got to get the fuck out of here. I need to do a power token first. She needs to get some dudes. Her support... Well, no, she can see some sort of support structure. We'll go Elemancers, because... Oh, man, it's only 2. Fuck. Okay. Yeah, like I said, from what I'm looking right now, it's impossible for Light Faction to win the game. Because even if they happen to kill one of the avatars, they can use their action to heal 1 hit point when it's their turn, and then move to the center. Which they can move 3, because even the farthest away is 1 or 3 away, which you can't take. So, unless the dragon just happens to destroy one that they can't spawn from, you know what I mean? Like, you can't stop them from winning the game. So, I'll just show you the rest of the weapons, and then I'll call it. Because there's really no way to stop it at this point. Unless I change the rules so that you can heal 2 and not 1, but if your avatar ever dies, they're immediately out of the game forever. I've kind of been going back and forth about those rules. It's sort of like a double-edged sword, right? Like, if you have it possible to kill an avatar, you could stop someone from winning the game, but also you could stop someone from winning the game. You know what I mean? So, but yeah. But like I said, like, you know, really killing an avatar, stopping from winning the game is really just the reactionary. Because, which is possible, but it's really like if you just get lucky with the sagas, that, you know, you'll get to yours first and win the game. So really it's more like the strategy is if you see that you're behind even for a turn, you need to gang up and try to assault one of the avatars. Is the strategy. Because if nobody can win the game, or you stall enough that the round ends, that someone can't win that way, then it's just whoever has the most power tokens, right? Alright, so let me show you the rest of the stuff. So for... I'll just show you the unlocked ones, not all of them. So the only one that was unlocked was the Draconic Lexicon, which you get 3 abilities. Draconic Influence. During your turn, do not roll the dragon dice and control the actions of Bronzu. Progenitor Genesis. Replace non-avatar creature card with Darkon. Remove previous tokens. May summon up 3 Darkon once per turn. It's similar to like we did with Leximog, but you do that for a creature. That now for us, the game, you have these dragons that you can do instead. And the Darkon stats are defense 4, 1 hit point, 1d8, and dragon. Draconic Understanding. Your faction can use abilities in Draconic at the same location of your avatar, which in a nutshell just means that when you go to the Hall of Fate with all of your creatures, that you can win the game with all of your avatars. And This is a Darkon. And I will be updating, so this is the beta build, but I haven't updated the tokens. I started doing a minimalist approach, but the tokens are going to be a cream and dark gray to match their cards and not the lime and gold colors you see here. And the last one that was unlocked is the Tome of the Sacred Dark. You may play the following battle cards once per battle: Shadow Reflection, Curse of Death, and Frozen Night, which are all battle cards that you play. They're really powerful, that then keep returning to your hand so you can replay them. These battle cards return to your hand after being played at end of battle. And also Anathema of Dark, Draconic legendary ability, requires translation in both your avatar and Lex Monk at the Hollow of Fate. Again, just have all of your avatars at the same location in order to do it. And I won't read them to you, but I'll just fan out. Here are the dark elemental magic cards: Curse of Death, Frozen Night, and Shadow Reflection. Cool. So what happens then is, unless they're able to defeat an avatar, twice, which I said is remotely possible, but really difficult because you can just then gang up with all your forces and stuff, and I don't want to prolong the game if there's not, any longer they have to be, since I'm just showing you how the game plays, is all three avatars then move to the Hollow of Fate, but it is still possible to, I'm not discouraging, it is possible, I just don't want to drag on the game to see that battle. Because I'm just to get a taste and actually see the actual gameplay of the game. You have to play for yourself to see what would have transpired. So when all three move there, that then triggers the end state for the game, which you would then flip to the corresponding lore card, which should be either, however the game ends, would either be 6, 7, 8, or 9, which I will not spoil that for you. All right, well, thanks for watching, everybody. Again, this is Elemancers Light and Dark, with the Kickstarter slated for January 2020, and the first public showing of this game will be at Big Bad Con, Walnut Creek, California, this coming weekend, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. So if you're in the area and have already signed up for the con, I believe they're sold out. Check it out. And if you can't, definitely check out YouTube and Twitch for more live videos of Elemancers, as well as the website www.shadowbalancegames.com to get all the latest as well. And you can subscribe to the monthly newsletter there to get all of the latest. Well, thanks again, everybody. This is Elemancers. Appreciate your viewership. I'll catch you next time.